cool hotel design. Oh, look, my room. This might be the best hotel for the money that I've spent on all the hotels. All right, quick look around before I get comfortable and maybe go outside. Wow, that's a nice shower. This design is awesome. Man, I rarely do hotel tours anymore. Wow, this is nice. Okay. That's a nice mirror. Whew. Classy, classy, classy. Hey, what's that little wine bar? Open up. Okay. Matter of fact, something I can put in there just because I like putting things in it. Yeah. Ooh, coffee station. You already know what this is. Nice little glass. Classy. I like this, yo. Closet, as I was saying, still a little dark, but you get the point. Two-sided. I got a little safe off up in there. I rarely use these, but I have in the past. Oh man, a little lounge area. Very nice. TV that I definitely won't be watching. Little bird cage light. Yo, that's pretty cool, man. What can you say? It's got a little stone pillar going through it, but that's keeping the building standing, so who's gonna complain? That's the bed, as to be expected. Another bird cage light. Thermostat right here. Gotta love that. Gotta have some temperature control, right? Another little seating area. And man, the view. Hold on, I gotta turn the lights back off. Darkness, watch your step, watch your step. Oh, I'm using my phone right now, so we might not get a good view with the phone, but my goodness, this looks great. Wow. Man, I'm only on the 9th floor, but I feel like I'm higher. This reminds me of my likenesses for New York City high-rises. I'll have to get out the other camera and see if I can get another view for y'all, and obviously I'll get a daytime view as well. But this looks pretty damn good. In this very terrible lighting, let me just say real quick, and I know I say this all the time, but this is probably the best room for the money that I'm going to end up staying in since I've been on this trip and staying in these rooms. It's around the same price. The ones in Germany, the one in Switzerland was high, but the ones in Germany that I've been staying at, it's around the same price, but this one is probably the most worth that money. Wow. As I walk the streets at night again, this time in Innsbruck, Austria, one thing I noticed is that the bulk of the people that are out at night are women. I'm not saying that for any other reason than the fact that I observed it. I don't know where they're going or where they're coming from, but I always see women. There was a guy riding his bike, but most of the time they're riding their bikes to somewhere or from somewhere, I don't know. But it's just something I noticed. Just an observation. I mean, I also talked about this in a video once before, how that is kind of a flip-flop from the States and these places over here in Europe, namely Germany, because that's where I lived and that's where I first noticed it. But it's a difference. It's a complete flip-flop, complete difference. And I know many people are probably like, well, what are you bringing that up for? What's the big deal? It's because that's different. You know, I've said before, like, you got, like, cut me some slack when I notice these differences, because to a lot of y'all, it may be normal for you, but these little things that I notice, it's because it's different than what I'm used to, and I can't help that. It's not my fault. It's not even a problem. It's just these are just observations that I find. And they're interesting ones. They're ones that should be noted. I just think it's interesting for people who may need that information, people who might be thinking of moving to places like this and want to know that, you know, because being from the States, America, you know, we typically don't get all of the information. We get information that's fed to us. We get the most popular thing, the most popular piece of information that they want to put out, and we get takes and perspectives and stuff like that from people who may not be giving the most genuine of perspectives. You know, there may be an agenda behind it, or there may be some other reason that they're doing it, you know, and sometimes you just can't trust everything you see in media, whether modern media or, you know, classic old media. Sometimes you just can't trust it. So I always make it a point to say the things that I notice, because I can't be the only one. There's got to be other people that are wondering the same thing. And the information could prove good for them. All right. I'm actually seeing a good deal of young people out. I thought school started, but I guess they just really don't give a fuck. But anyway, so this group right here just happened to be American, oddly enough. And they're pretty cool. They said they were here for a long time. They like it and they're sticking around. So I don't think they're doing the typical job thing. They seem a little bit more free. You'll always find these joints everywhere you go. Places like that, and places like this one around the corner. Right there. Always. So what's up, everybody? Editor Christopher here to explain a few things about this video, namely the reason I'm in this region, the reason I'm in this city in the first place, and the reason I'm here at night. Now, it wasn't the original plan to be here in the middle of the night. I just so happened to be in the region visiting other places, and to be honest, this was a sidebar kind of trip. I decided to divert and go to Innsbruck because I had seen videos on it and I heard it was a nice place to visit. And so since I was going to be cutting through here, I decided to stop and check it out. Now, it just so happens that my train came through here and was stopping at night, so I was going to have to stay the night. So since I had to stay the night, I figured I'd go out and see the town a little bit before I had to leave the next day. Now, it's kind of the reason I'm here, and it's kind of the reason I'm here at night. I'll be back in a second to explain a couple other parts of the video. Continue to check it out. Editor Chris back here again. So one of the things I was going to do in the next day was to go visit some of the more beautiful and mountainous hilly valley type areas here in Innsbruck, but I ended up running out of time while I was there, so I didn't get to go check any of that out, unfortunately. That's really the part I really wanted to see about this city. From the videos I saw on YouTube, it's a really, really beautiful city, and many people love going here to get some like photos, and really, it's really picturesque. So people go here to get like really, really beautiful photos and stuff like that. And I wanted to take my camera and I wanted to go up there and get a little bit of that as well. But as I said, I ran out of time. Also, it's a weeknight, so everybody was at home getting ready for school and getting ready for work, and that's why a lot of these cities that you're seeing, or a lot of these streets that you're seeing, are a bit empty. It's a little bit quiet. I did walk past a lot of like the clubs and bars and things like that people go to hang out and be social, but many of them were closed. Like I said, I'm just basically getting a look at the city while I'm here, and it just so happens to be nighttime. Innsbruck does seem to be one of the more urban cities here in Austria. I mean, as urban gets for these kinds of places over here in Europe. But I really wanted to highlight how clean the streets were in this city. I just wanted to point out how clean it was. As I was walking through here, I noticed it straight away, and I didn't see much of anything littering the ground. I didn't see really many displaced people. I don't know how else to put that. And I really wanted to just highlight that and congratulate cities that can pull this off. Like I said, and I saw this the next day during the day, it's really populated here. There's a lot of people walking around, a lot of people doing their thing. It's a really populated, more urban kind of city here in Austria. I think it's worth highlighting, and it's worth bringing attention to the fact that this place can be as clean as it was. I was impressed. I've been to a lot of cities here in Europe in different countries, and I've been to a lot of the bigger cities, a lot of the more urban cities here in Europe too, and not many of them are doing it as well as Innsbruck here in Austria seem to be doing. So I just wanted to bring a little attention to that. Enjoy the rest of the video. What makes this hotel pretty cool is that it has its own rooftop bar and a spa. This place is pretty awesome, I'm just saying.